Hello everyone and welcome to this week's status reports video. Today we're going to be starting off talking about Central Loot Economy, which is currently working on the 5.8 stable, but we're going to talk about the next steps for the economy, which is going to be region control. This is going to allow the devs to restrict certain items to spawn only in certain regions, and this way they can keep, the basic supplies spawning on the coast and make sure that players can get those supplies to get inland. There was an image released on June 9th in the status report showing how this would kind of look like, and it showed 4 different zones on the map, of course zone 1 being the coast, and that's where those basic items would be. For the 0.59 update, they do also have some goals with Central Loot Economy, and one of them is that they want to make civilian firearms a little bit more prevalent and ammunition will begin to be more of a rarity. And the devs said the reason for doing this is that they want ammunition to have an increased value, so that it does factor with the decision you make when you go to shoot someone. You are going to be thinking, is this even worth it? Should I waste my ammo on this? I don't have too much ammo. Instead of thinking, I can just kill this person because of course I have enough ammo to last me for a very long time. But with that said, the devs did also mention that the loose ammunition types that are used by civilian weapons as well as military have had their potential loot spawns expanded so that it can be found throughout Trinaris. So when they say this, they're talking about weapons like the 1911. As of right now, you can find the 1911 in pretty much Zone 1, and you can also find mags for it there, but you won't find any loose ammunition because the ammunition is spawning in only military locations. This is the 45 ACP that we're talking about, and that's how it is right now on 5.8. It's only spawning in those military locations. So in 5.9 they plan to have the ammo loot spawns expanded so that it can be found throughout the map, not just in those locations. So they are doing this for those civilian weapons like the 1911 and the IZ-8 rifle, which uses the 7.62x39, otherwise known as the SKS ammo, which of course that can be found at military locations, but the IZ-8 rifle can be found in all of the zones on the map. Alright, so now we're looking at something pretty cool here. We have the Enduro dirt bike. So they did say that the art team is working on finalizing the upcoming Enduro dirt bike model, which will hopefully be joining the vehicle distribution in 0.60. They did mention that the vehicle will probably be the most accessible type, but like other vehicles, it will need proper parts and operational fluids to maintain and use. Moving on, we do have some updates about the engine this week, and they have said that the renderer has entered initial functional testing with internal QA. Animation system development is in progress, and the animation team is working closely with the programmers to begin testing/implementation. It was also said that network optimization is a top priority, with issues such as player desync, gunshot sounds, and vehicle positioning being tied to this work. Network profiling tools will be used on 0.59 experimental branch so that they can tell and gather data on exactly what is occurring and causing these issues. Damage system is being configured and under initial testing with QA and design team. The physics system had several key issues resolved that may be related to some of the infected AI server cost. This is still under testing and investigation. Infected bug fixing is still underway and daily test passes are being run. They did also say that keep in mind just merging some of these modules and system is just the beginning. Configuration, testing, and iteration will need to occur. And this is mainly referring to things like the animation system, the damage system, the physics system, and of course the renderer. This week we are talking also about some new weapons. Here we have the FAL. This will be a custom model that comes with an aftermarket dust cover, allowing for optics to attach. It will be fed from a 20-round magazine that fires .308 Winchester. Another new weapon that we're talking about this week is the Glock 19. This will fire the 9x19mm round and is commonly found in civilian, military, and police locations. Alright, and lastly we're going to be talking about Duplication and TwitchCon. So starting off with Duplication, they have said that issues with duping and magazine quantity manipulation have been identified and are being resolved, and that NATO military gear will be moving out of the Quonset Hut barracks and back to their proper NATO chopper crash spawns. So no longer being able to go into the Quonset Huts and find M4s, AUGs, and their magazines, and of course their parts. And finally, at TwitchCon, Brian Hicks, lead producer, will be speaking about aerial transport, contaminated terrain, and we'll have also an additional surprise. It hasn't been said what time this will be yet, but will be hosted on DayZ's twitch.tv channel. So that's gonna do it for this video. I do hope all of you enjoyed it. If you have, be sure to hit that like, and if you are new to the channel, you can subscribe for more videos. Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the previous video if you missed it, and we'll see you all in the next one.